Hey everyone, Ashley here with another reading, and this is pretty much actually the start of a new series that Danny's basically doing. If you basically remember that very twisted story I basically read in October, yeah, this is a continuation, but thankfully she told me that it's a little more it's a toned down, thankfully. And well, let's just say I just hope Knights gets all the support she can get. And yes, Knights is still referred to as a female in Danny's headcanon and how she prefers to see Knights as. Anyways, I'm gonna, read the story. So, yeah. Okay, fair warning, there's a slight bit of nudity in here, but it's not mentioned much. Beware! Thanks for putting that warning, Danny. So, yeah, let's begin. The peaceful night in the dream gate filled with the echoes of screams. A lone figure lied against the fountain of the main plaza, sobbing. Night has been there crying her heart out after her agonizing capture. The pain from her wounds made it hard to move, and the wounds to her pride made her feel as if she was nothing but a wasted toy. Oh my god, why am I getting images the fact that why am I actually thinking about Danny's other series she's gonna work on, Conquering Despair? Which I'll tell you this. It basically involves conquering Storm. Let's just say it is gonna be kind of twisted. But then again, I actually really am interested to see exactly how that's gonna go. So yeah, Danny, if you're watching this, I'm rooting for you. The purple jester couldn't take it. She refused to accept it. Nights continued on like this until she heard her name being called. Nights? The Marin froze at the voice as she tried to stop her cries. She could hear the person come closer. Who? What has happened to you? Yeah, I know Danny didn't add that. I just added it as an effect. Then again, I kind of do that in earlier videos, so Owl hooted in horror as he saw the battered Marin. Knight turned towards the old bird, relieved yet shaken. She slowly pushed herself up from the edge of the fountain in an attempt to get back on her feet, only to stumble back. Because if you must know, Riella did a pretty good handiwork at pretty much hurting Knight this badly. I mean, seriously, took the gem and took out one of the eyes. Just, oh man, I can still remember that. Anyways, stumbled back, landing on her side. Owl flew to the ground next to the weakened Marin, whimpering on the ground. He went around inspecting her injuries. Owl wasn't strong enough to carry Knights back to his house. Yeah, because if you guys remember, Owl has a house. Owl looked around desperately for anyone that could get her to safety. Knights, hang on. I'll get help. The old bird took to the air and entered one of the doors of the plaza to get her some help. Or at least some medical supplies if no one was present. Knights laid upon the cobbled stone floor, still whimpering in pain, waiting for what was to come next. Was Riella going to come and finish her off? Will Owl come back to save her? Or will she be left for dead? Okay, Knight, seriously. Don't pretty much doubt Owl. He's your friend. He's gonna try to help you. The Entafish, I don't even know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry, was killing her. She couldn't think positively, and her loss of blood was starting to make her hallucinate. Okay. Knight's pretty much just gonna suffer through some kind of condition. I kind of forgot what it was. The nightmare night. The tinted sounds were as loud as gunshots, and started to see creatures within the shadows that were not there. The nightmare shut her only eye left, and curled up as much as she could, thinking that this was the end. Night waited. Nothing but silence echoed there. Echoed Drew. Hello, darkness, my old friend. No. Knights? The Marin slowly opened her eye to see a familiar boy standing in shock above her. A light-skinned and tall man who appeared to be in his mid-teenage years. Seriously, why am I messing up on the reading so much? Wore a blue and green attire. Hey, it's Elliot! With blue spiky hair and matching eyes. Before the Marin could speak, Elliot scooped her tattered body into his arms, holding her in a secure embrace. Oh man, that's so cool! But also, yay! Knights is having friends who are gonna support her. Yes! Yes! Also, this is not the universe where Starlight is in. Rather, it's a different Nightmare this time around. Just thought I'd let you know. Anyways, Knights climbed onto him tightly as the frightened visitor tried his best to comfort her. It's okay, Knights. You're safe. I promise. Elliot said as he slowly picked her up and ran to one of the doors. Knights' nightmare has finally come to an end, but the road to her recovery was just beginning. Oh, man. Elliot was able to transport Knights to Owl's home, where a few other good friends were gathered to help. Will and Elliot were gathering a few things to help with Knights' injuries while trying to piece together what happened. Helen and Clarice plays Knights in the living room where the fireplace to warm up. Because if you basically remember Dreams of Reality, the second video Danny has posted, Owl does actually have a fireplace. Although it looked kind of small, to be honest. The house. Just saying. Needs to warm up. Clarice got a few warm clothes to try and clean the minor cuts on the Marin's body. Where are those boys when you need them? I think that's how I made Clarice sounded. I don't know, it's been a while since I've done Dreams of Reality. The pain-cure visitor whined as she bandaged a few cuts. I can't get any more done until the boys find some antibiotics to clean the deeper gashes, she said as she got up to get another bowl of warm water. I'm sure they will come back soon, Clarice. Don't get so riled up. Helen responded as she went to Knight's side. Owl was trying to ask the Nightmare and what could have happened, but she never responded. The three waited there for a few minutes until the boys returned. I think these should do the trick, Elliot said as Will placed them down on a nearby table. Seems like a lot, Elliot. Oh man, my Will impression is not really good. I'm sorry. Will said trying the most of the content from Fallen. Not me. Blame Owl for making this list. The list, my bad. Elliot said with a tinge of offense as he grabs one of the packages of medicine and opened them. Well, excuse me, visitor. I couldn't just take my time. Knights could have been dying. Owl squawked as he perched himself on the table side. This will sting a bit, but it will help you, Knights. Elliot kneeled down and started to wipe around the Marin's right eyelid, causing her to wince in pain. The medicine stung her, exposing flesh, making it difficult for her to stay still. You might want to hold her down, just in case. Knights, you need to stay still. I know it hurts, but this will keep it from getting infected. Elliot assured her as he tried again to clean the area. It took it took him some time, but he eventually was able to clean the empty socket and bandage it up. That's one down. That's one done. A lot more to go. The blue-haired visitor says he inspected the other wounds. It would be difficult to clean out the other cuts on her clothes. Knights, I may need you to take off your shirt. If you must know, Knights is generalist, so yeah. So yeah, don't get any, don't post any comments, please. The Marin leaned away from the visitor, shaking her head. She clearly didn't want that. I can't blame you, Knights, but these are your friends. They're trying to help you, but Knights is just so scared. Again, why do all these stories make me want to hug Knights so badly? I mean, seriously, poor Knights. Knights didn't do anything to deserve this. Oh, man. Not after what happened to her. Knights, it will be okay. It'll help you get better. I'm still gonna have to work on that. Will said, trying to soothe the Marin out of her fear. Of her fear. Ugh. Knights didn't lighten up as she started to curl up again. Clarice could tell why she was acting like this. She couldn't let the man do a woman's job. Okay, yeah, you should definitely let these girls handle it. Alright then. I know what to do. Boys, out of here. The three boys looked at the pink-haired visitor in disbelief as she started to push them out. Clarice, what are you... This room is official a girls' room only. Okay. Girls only room, okay. Do you even know how to treat her injuries? You fell asleep in class. I got it, Elliot. Now scat! She slammed the door behind them and locks it. What was that all about? Helen asked as Clarice walked back to the two. We all have the same things down there now. Knights is clearly genderless. Again, I'm just gonna go by the fact that Knights is in fact still gender neutral, so yeah. We can all trust each other, right? Knights stayed quiet as Clarice grabbed a few bandages and medicine. Okay, Knights, just relax and I'll clean it out. Knights still felt afraid and continued to shy away. Helen started to notice her hiding her lower area. Yeah, pretty badly injured because of the knife. Seriously, Riala? Did you really have to go that far? Although Danny said that pretty much in the outdate, it was actually a ketchup. It's like, I don't know why you decided to use ketchup. But now I'm never going to actually imagine putting that on my fries again. Oh my god, I can't believe that. She nodded this to Clarice. She immediately noticed as she put down the cloth. Knights, are you hiding something? She asked. The Marin didn't respond as she looked down at the floor. Clarice gently pulled Knight's leg, revealing the blood between her thighs and private area. Ouch, Jesus. Yes, pretty much that. Ouch. Poor sweet angel. I think that was Knights talking. Seriously, I think that was pretty much Knights talking. Again, Danny, you pretty much should put in who's talking. That way I won't actually be confused. Okay. Well, Danny did pretty much mention the warning at the beginning, so yeah. The two visitors were shocked at what they saw. Knights felt ashamed and violated as she started crying again. Oh, Knights! Oh, poor thing. Poor thing. Let's just hope that later on down the path, Knights will actually have a full recovery. Hopefully. Helen and Clarice held the nightmare in their arms in a tight embrace. Yeah, Knights needs that support. Give her that support. The two visitors did their best in comforting her as time went on. Knights sobbed for a little while until she finally calmed down. Feeling a bit better? Clarice asked, rubbing the Marin's back. Knights nodded as the two slowly released their grip. It's okay, Knights. We won't let anyone harm you like that ever again. We promise you. Yes! Helen, I like you in these stories. In Journey of Dreams, you were pretty much not very, you were not really the liked of the two kids. Just saying. Helen assured the Marin. I know just the thing you might need. Clarice said as she signaled Helen to move upstairs. The pink-haired girl grabbed another blanket and picked Knights up and carried her upstairs. The two visitors set up a warm bath for the injured Marin. That way, they will be able to clean the rest of her wounds, and then they powdered dirt on top of that. Definitely a good idea. Subscriber. Seriously, I didn't expect to get any soon. But anyways. I think something that can rinse all of your worries and might help you, Knights. And what better way to do that than a bath? Clarice said as Helen got the bath water ready. Knights was a bit skeptical about this, but they were her friends. They all were just trying to help. Clarice gently took off the Marin's vest, shoes, gloves, and twin-tailed hat, revealing her shimmering silver hair. I thought Knights had blonde hair. Unless you're counting, like, Ultraviolet, who is Knights' darker version. Why do I get the bill? And we're gonna see Ultraviolet soon. And also, I never thought I'd bring this up, but during one of our Skype chats, me and Danny, we actually were talking about this kind of stuff where Knights is a yandere and all that, and obsessed with Riala. But then I brought up all this alternate idea is Ultra Purple, which sounds like a superhero. Ultra Purple. I'm sorry, guys. I just thought I'd bring that up. Anyways, the visitor gave her a warm smile and placed the loosened articles on the side. Try to stay still. This might hurt. Clarice untucked Knights' white shirt and slowly lifted it up off her body. Knights covered her chest. And Knights, you clearly don't have... Never mind. With her page arms and slight embarrassment. Would it feel a lot less awkward if you took off your tights? I promise we won't look. Yes. Pretty much they're trying to help. Poor Knight. Having trouble trusting your friends like that. Just poor thing. But seriously, they are trying to help. So I'm actually glad about that. The point of this chapter is just Knight's friends actually trying to help. Which I'm actually supportive of that. The visitor asked, seeing Knight's subconscious self curling up again. Knight was hesitant too, but she felt like a bath might be best. The Marin took a deep breath and started slowly slid her tattered tights off her. Clarice gave Knights a few minutes, not knowing how long she would take because of her knees. The girl felt a gentle tug on her arm. Sometime later, signaling her that Knights was done. She turned around, making sure only to look at the Marin's upper body. Yes, definitely. You don't want to ruin anyone's privacy and all that. Even Knights. Although Knights does kind of butter in on Danny's privacy. I mean, seriously, Knights. But then again, it's just nice teasing Danny. But here, there's a real reason. There's an actual reason, and it's serious. Anyways. Helen, you watch Knights off. I'll rinse and dry her clothes. And find her something to wear. What, are you gonna give her a robe or something? That ought to work. Clarence carefully picked up Knights and placed her in the tub. Because, if you must know, Knights can't pretty much stand very well because of what Riala did. Thanks a lot, Mr. Marin. Way to go. Oh, who am I kidding? I love that Knight Marin. But, even though I sometimes question him at times. The Marin wins for a few seconds as the warm water seeped into her cuts. Use the normal soap first and then switch to antibiotics when you dry her off. If I'm not back by then, just wrap her up using the bandages in the kit, okay? Helen nodded as Clarice left the bathroom with Knight's bloody clothes. They're gonna need to get prepared, alright. The blonde-haired visitor gave the Marin a comforting smile. She grabbed the soap and started to wash Knights off. Downstairs, the boys were waiting for any news about Knights after getting kicked out so abruptly. Ugh. This waiting is so annoying. What kind of accent did I give Will? We should be helping. Will stayed as he marched back forward across the room. Just relax, visitor. I place my faith in their hands, and you should do the same. Owl said as he sat perched upon his stand. Elliot couldn't agree more at his words, but he could see where Will was coming from. Just sitting around while your friend is hurt and you can't do much to help. The three waited for a while until they heard footsteps coming down the stairs. It was Clarice. If you do want to be useful, how about making Knights a room to rest in for the night? She's gonna need it. The visitor left back upstairs without another word. The boys shrugged it off and got to work. Yeah, sure, leave the labor to those guys. At least it's better than doing nothing and, well, sitting around. Owl led them upstairs to one of the guest bedrooms. How many guest rooms does he have, actually? Never mind. It was a bit dusty and dark, but it had to do. I will go get some fresh sheets for the closet. From the closet, my bad. You two start dusting and lighting up the room. Alice said, fixing his glasses and taking off. The two sighed as they went to work. Regret what you said earlier, Will? Shut up! The two playfully bickered as they dusted the room. Owl returned with the sheets sometime after. The room felt a lot more comfortable after half an hour of cleaning. I think that should do it, Elliot said, taking a final look at their work. Well done, visitors. I am sure Knight will find herself at ease here. Owl said as the three headed back downstairs. Helen was finishing off rinsing Knights off all the soap on her body. She made sure there were no areas left unwashed and that she didn't cause the Marin any more harm. Okay, hold your breath. Helen poured a small amount of water over Knight's head, rinsing her hair off the last of the soap. I think that's for your bath, Knights," Helen softly said as she slowly picked the Marin out of the tub. Knights felt grateful to have someone next to her helping. Knights was gently placed on a towel to sit on and wrapped in a thicker towel to dry off. The Marin slowly started to wipe herself off as Helen grabbed the bandages and medicine. "Ready?" The visitor asked. Knights nodded as she slowly removed the towel off her body, revealing her awful wounds. What once was pure peach skin was now bruised and burned by an iron edge. Ow! Oh man, I kind of forgot about that reality used that. Ow! Ah. That's just ow. Helen could barely look at the sight without turning away, but for a friend, she could stand it for a little while longer. As she wrapped it up, she noticed two strange markings on her stomach and her thigh. It looked similar to the face of one she would never forget. What exactly are you playing exactly? I don't know. Danny, if you're basically watching this, can you clarify what that means? Unless, of course, it's something later on, then feel free to keep doing what you're doing. Helen wanted to ask, but she didn't want to make Knights upset again. Because, she's already been upset up to this point. Actually, no, she's starting to settle down, at least. The visitor kept her lips shut and continued to wrap up the Marin. "There. It's all better now," Helen said as she got up. Knights looked down upon her wrapped body, thankful yet saddened. She could still see the cuts in her head, gushing blood over like rivers. Helen placed a towel from earlier over her again to keep Knights warm. Clarice should have been back by now with some clothes. Where is she?" Helen pondered as she waited for the pink-haired team to come. After waiting a while, Helen hears the sounds of someone walking nearby and opening the bathroom door. Clarice entered with a nightgown. "Oh, that'll work." A twin-tailed hat is a... I had a feeling that Knight's hat pretty much wasn't damaged, so yeah. And some undergarments for the Marin to wear. "Sorry for the wait. I think I could prepare your clothes, but it didn't work all that well. So I went with a light, dust-colored nightgown for you." Knight stared at the gown with no change in expression. "I'll get you a new pair of clothes later. I thought something cozy would last you the night." Clarice said cheerfully as Knight took the garments and put on. Knight struggled a bit to get it over her, but she managed. "See? All better, right?" Clarice asked the Nightmare. No response. "Come on, you gotta at least tell us that you're okay." Knight's No, wait, that was Helen. My bad. "Come on. You gotta at least tell us you're okay." Knights cleared Helen for her words. She couldn't say anything, even if she wanted to. The visitors lost their smiles at that. "Oh yeah, you can't talk anymore." Oh, Knights. I feel so sorry for Knights. I mean, seriously. Oh, man. Then again, this is one of those occasions where I'm actually glad there's Knights fanfics that are actually more interesting to read. And not FNAF, thankfully. The blonde visitor became silent and looked away after making Knights upset again. The Marin started to tear up again. She will never regain what she had lost. Her eye, her tongue, her idia, and her dignity gone. Clarice thought it was best to take Knights to her room and let her rest for the night. She picks up the frail Marin and carries her to the guest bedroom. The visitor gently laid her down on the bed and tucked her in. You just relax and get some rest, Knights. If you need anything, just Oh yeah, Danny mentions about this earlier. We were talking and she mentioned about, oh, how will this work? Knights can't talk. So yeah, pretty much, yeah, this was something she brought up. Oh boy. Clarice looked around to try and find an object that could be loud enough for them to hear downstairs. Then she remembered that Elliot had a radio on him that could help. Since when did Elliot carry a radio around? I don't remember him carrying one in the game. I don't know. I know what to get you. Hold on a sec. Clarice left the room, leaving Knights alone again. She gently placed a hand over her missing eye, just reminiscing on her life leading up to that moment when she lost it all. The times she could soar high into the sky with no care in the world, being able to talk and laugh with her friends, being able to face any challenge without a single fear in mind. Now look at her, a scared little child who couldn't do anything to stop her captor from doing any further damage to her sanity. She slowly felt the darkness start to grip her, the memories of the metal slashing at her very being, burrowing into her subconscious. Knights frantically started to look for a light source, one little glimpse of light that could end the nightmare, something, anything, just to make it go away. No. No! Oh boy, so Knights is talking finally. Just a little bit, but still, it's better than nothing. Knights couldn't feel anything. She was frozen in place. And hang on a sec, guys. Okay, guys, my dog just came in. Just don't mind that. Anyways, Knights couldn't feel anything. She was frozen in place. She started to imagine that she was back in that room again. She wanted to scream, but something held her voice back. Help me, she cried in her mind. She started to hear footsteps getting closer to her. It was him. Yellow's not really in this. It's just Knight's mind playing tricks on her. It's just really bad. Yeah. You know, the fact that Knight is in this position, it's pretty bad. She knew he would come back to finish the job. Knight's breath turned rampant as she heard the footsteps get closer then stop. She couldn't hear him breathing, sense his presence, feel his cold, dead eyes searing into her mind. For a moment, the Marin thought he was actually in the room. Knights, are you okay? Knights turned to see Clarice standing above her with the radio in her hand. The Marin slowly regained her senses and her body detensed, I think. Clarice gently stroked the Marin's head to comfort her. She knew she was scared. I got this for you. It's a radio. Just press this button and it will tell us that you need something. The visitor placed the radio on the edge of the nightstand where Knights could reach. Clarice then shut the curtains of the window and grabbed the candle from the vanity. Knights felt worried as she started to blow out the candle. Knights did her best to use her voice to get her attention, but it came out like a scared, whining child. Wait. Yes, something like that. Clarice noticed this and stopped. Oh, did you want me to leave the candle? Knights nodded and placed her hand upon the nightstand. Clarice smiled and placed the candle where the Marin wanted it. Is that better? Nights nodded and settled back into the bed. Clarence patted her head and left the room with the door left ajar. Ajar? I don't know what that says. Night stayed as close as she could to the burning candle to wear off any shadows who dared to drag her back down again. She kept her one eye locked on the flare the whole night until sleep came to claim her, but her mind was far from asleep. Nightmares of him. You put he, Danny, you could have just put him. Just a bit of a spelling error. Tormented her. Endured, continued to play back in her head the nightmare who did it all and plastered into her mind, sitting there, taunting her, feeding off her, destroying her. And that's the end of chapter 1, guys. Oh my god, and all I just gotta say, I'm just glad that Nights has the support because, oh my god, Nights would not have lasted long at all. Oh my god, just poor Nights. Just poor Nights. Seriously, how could you honestly come up with anything like this to torment someone like that? I mean, just, I really don't want to see harm to come to Nights. I mean, seriously. Nights is such a good character. I mean, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen like that. Then again, Journey of Dreams did take it a step notch as Nights has been put in these types of perils before. But nothing extreme as this. But anyways, if you guys liked this video, feel free to pretty much say what you liked about it. And give Danny the love and support she did because I believe she did a really good job with this chapter. And tell her that Ashley sent you and that you pretty much want to see more of this. Because, well, I want to see how the series turns out. Anyways, this is Ashley. I wish you all good night. Bye.